Oh, hello everyone who might be watching or not, and welcome to my stream. As you can see, we're back in the World of Warcraft, and today we're gonna level up our new character a bit, maybe doing a bit of the anniversary event stuff, and maybe also doing a bit of the Halloween event that has started today, called Hallow's End. Just gonna run from today until the 8th of November. Hiya Marcus. See you around. How are you doing? Well, for now we're gonna continue questing here a bit, and yesterday we ended up taking the quest from Lieutenant Horatio Lane here, and we now have to investigate a murder case, and for that we need to obtain some clues. My voice sounded Swedish for a second. Well, maybe that's Swedish ancestors I might not have. I ain't telling you nothing. I won't pay that guy. You see who killed the Furl Bros? Did you see who killed the Furl Bros? And the kids are quick to scavenge the new corpse. That's crazy.
I need to target something first. I require a target.
Come on, guys, tell me what I want to know. Does no one want to tell me something? Oh, listen, lady, I don't want any trouble, okay? I didn't see who murdered them, but I sure heard it. A lot of yelling, human voices, you dig? Now get out of here before I change my mind about beating you up and taking your shoes. So you wouldn't be able to beat me up. Not a rich punk, I only have like 4,000 gold in my pocket. That's far from being called rich these days.
Get closer.
Sexy, that's what I want to know. I already know that I don't need any drifters or homeless people telling me that. I want to know who killed the Furl Bros. I didn't see who killed them, lady, but I got a whiff. Smells rich, kinda like you. Damn shame too, Furl Bros were a fixture around here. Nice people, always willing to share a meal or a patch of dirt. 4,000 gold bars, Jesus Christ. Walking Fort Knox up in here. Not gold bars, gold pieces. And 4,000 gold pieces, 5 silver pieces, and 45 copper pieces. Not very much. Maybe paying them will be faster. Who killed the Furl Bros? I'll tell you who killed the Furl Bros. King Varian Vryn, that's who. And he's killing the rest of us too, one bum at a time. The only thing I can tell you is that I saw some gnolls leaving the place a few hours before the law arrived. Between you and me and the tree, Murlocs killed the Furlbros. Yep, saw them with my own 2 eyes. Think they'd be casing the joint for days, maybe months. They left in a hurry once they got wind of Johnny Law and the idiot brigade over there. This was in our world though you're rich. This much gold and silver pieces. Not quite sure, I have never really considered myself with how much Warcraft gold would be worth here. I mean, if I try to Google it, hard to say. Well, whatever its weight is in gold, obviously. That's on the one hand. On the other hand, this is like just a standard RPG currency system. To know how much it would be worth, on the one hand, yes, you could go by the gold price, but we don't know how much this gold weighs. So we don't know how much gold is one gold coin. On the other hand, what I wanted to say? Yeah, on the other hand, you could try to compare the like buying power or payment power or what you can buy for with the gold and see what it would correspond to in real life. And we're about to get a small ad break, so I won't hand in that quest here. I could try something because I have a certain mount that could help me. Just imagining pure gold coins. Yeah, that's what I'm imagining too, not an alloy. You wish we still had the gold standard with economics. That would be so good. Yes, it has its advantages and disadvantages. We have a simple
All
dagger.
prices here are reasonable.
We could try to like compare meat prices. Like if we say this is one looks like a bit like a beer stein. So if we say this is one stein full of honey meat, we then need to look how much liquid can fit into a stein. Conversion rates would be so easy then. What do you mean by that? I think we might have a different kind of understanding what you mean by gold standard with economics. And my favorite meat, I like pretty much any kind of meat, to be honest. But I was talking about meat with a D. And okay, let's go with a regular stein of 0.5 liters. Now we need to see how much half a liter of meat costs. Okay, I found two quick searches for meat. One costs around €8, the other one costs €5. So let's go into the middle and say around 6. Yeah, let's go for €6 for now. So we say a normal stein full of meat would be €6, but that's if you buy it yourself from the merchant. If you buy, oh well, we are talking to a merchant here, so that fits. So we have like, can say that 50 coppers is around €6, which would then make 1 silver being 100 copper, €12, and 1 gold being 100 silver would then be €1,200. Enough. Your mind just wanders. Yeah, it's okay. My mind also wanders sometimes. And Fumo is not around, so you can't really ask him at the moment. He unfortunately has some stuff to do over the weekend, so he might only join in for some short times for the stream. And I definitely don't want to teach economics class. I don't like that. So 1 gold is 1,200 euro. And multiplying that by 4,000. Go for the calculator. I mean, I could calculate that in my mind, but I don't want to mess up. Well, okay, if we go with this calculation and this pricing comparison, I would have around 4,800,000 euro in my pocket. Damn, I wish I could turn this into euros for real.
Be kind to those less fortunate.
Need help?
Gnolls and Murlocs, horse puppy lady. Gnolls and Murlocs didn't kill these people. I've seen what Gnolls and Murlocs do to people that they kill, and this isn't it. Too pretty, too perfect. Furthermore, the Furl bros had been squatting on this farm for 5 years. No, whoever wiped them out had a reason. This is murder, plain and simple, and we're gonna get to the bottom of it.
Go with honor, friend.
Definitely don't want to teach economics class. I don't like that. That's why literally teaching viewers. This wasn't really teaching economics. This was just like comparing different currencies to each other and then trying to put a value on some random currency in a game.
For the Alliance.
Seeing as how we have no other leads, we may as well chase down the information you got. There are a couple of Riverpaw Gnoll camps in the area. Track them down and search for clues. Bring back anything that you might find. Isolate your search to the Riverpaw Gnolls and scouts.
Be careful. Light bless you.
As pointless as I think that this is going to be, we need to investigate all of our leads. I need you to head out to the long shore west of here, on the coast, and shake up some Murlocs. Try to find a clue or some info that can help shed some light on the murders. Return to me if you get lucky, rookie.
Be careful.
These guys are just hitting and bathing each other. Want to see something fun that the Lightforged Draenei can do? They have this racial ability. We're gonna make that after this. They have auto loot not activated yet. They have this little racial ability called Light's Judgment, and it's exactly what it sounds like. This is pretty much a laser strike from the orbit we can call in every 2.5 minutes. Really overpowered in the beginning, but later on it doesn't really do much damage. It's fun to use.
I am out of range. Too far away. I must get closer.
Ooh, we found a treasure map. Captain Sanders' hidden treasure. If ye be reading this, it means that old Captain Sanders is in a watery grave. My treasure is yours now. You just need to follow the clues. First, you need to find me food locker. Probably half buried in sand by now, along the western coast of Westfall, near the shipwreck. There'll be lots of shipwrecks, but only one rusty anchor on the coast. Find that anchor and you'll find me locker. Look in there for the next clue.
I am out of range. I do not have a target.
Yeah, I am obviously the German. The German? The German. I think I can allow that. Not really that bad of a message.
What can I do for you?
If you wrote a treasure map message like that, you would just make people hear the treasure map
For the Alliance.
part. River Pog Knoll clue. Tattered bits and pieces of red cloth. Find anything on the knolls?
Go with honor, friend.
Is this supposed to be some kind of joke because I'm not laughing? Bits and pieces of red cloth? What the hell is this supposed to mean?
Light bless you.
How goes the Murloc hunt? Ooh, Murloc clue. This item can be read.
For the Alliance.
The letter's missing entries as the ink has washed away in many places. Every form of has been based on the antagonism of oppressing and oppressed. Nothing to lose but your chains. The past cannot be forgotten, cannot be forgiven. Will rise again.
Greetings. Go with honor, friend.
Nice find, rookie. I think I have a stack of these on my desk back at the station. We're basically back to square one. What do we know? Someone that likes to write fiction about the past sent the Full Bros a letter. Looks like we got ourselves a real mystery.
Light bless you.
Looks like we got ourselves a real whodunit here, rookie. Unfortunately, it looks like the locals aren't willing to talk, and the clues you get of the Gnolls and Murlocs are damn near worthless. We're going to have to initiate plan. Be on the lookout for Two-Shoot Lou. Two-Shoot Lou is an old confidential informant of mine, who, ironically, makes his home at the Furlbros' old pumpkin farm. Head west to the farm and find out what Lou knows. If he gives you any guff, tell him that Horatio sent you.
Be careful.
Nothing to lose but your chains sounds like something Karl Marx would write. Not that you agree with him, but yeah. You're not entirely wrong with that kind of assumption, but you will soon learn what this is all about.
I need to target something first.
And this will not turn into any political discussion right now. I'm just gonna send this out into the world for people to know what Karl Marx wrote about and what communism is interpreted as of today in the countries that have a communist economy is not entirely the same. Look, we ain't got no room for no more. Horatio sent you? Right then, how can I help you? He's not here, is he? He knows I wasn't hiding from him, right? Was just trying to lay low and all that, you know? Don't really know if I'm smart, but I do know some stuff around some things. And yeah, he wrote like that. And what I wanted to say with my talk just now is that a lot of things that are considered normal in communism today is not what Karl Marx wrote about. That's something a lot of people confuse these days. But I don't want this to turn into any political discussion, to be honest. Listen, I really shouldn't be talking to you, but I owe Horatio a favor or two. I don't really know nothing about what happened to the Furl Bros, but I might be able to point you into the right direction. Who hands you a large crate? That crate used to be my home before I struck it rich. Now I'm living the life every hobo dreams of. Right, so you take that there living crate and head to the Yangolode mine, southwest of here. Head to the back of the mine and once there, hide in the crate. Back before those damned kobolds gave me a permanent limb, I used to be William Pessel's #1 candle supplier. Hell, I even came up with the line, "I take candle." Yeah, that was me. Kobold would say, "You know take candle," and I just respond, "I take candle," and then bash their brains in. Jim drifts off for a second. Good times, the best times. Now, can't even use the bathroom without assistance. You want to help me? Kill me some kobolds. You'll find a good lot of them in the nearby mine. I take candle, give me that goddamn candle. Well, the thing is, the kobolds in this game, in a lot of cases, have a candle on their helmets. Need to take the last quest there as well. And whenever you attack them, or a lot of times when you attack them, they say something like, "You don't take candle." Life in Westfall's hard, Missy. Every day is a struggle. We can sometimes go weeks without a decent meal. That's why it's important that we all help each other out. Maybe you can lend a hand, eh? I'm making dirt pies and need some ingredients. Get me some fresh dirt from the pumpkin patch out front and a bundle of coyote tails. You'll find coyotes wandering around in the wilds of Westfall. Get moving, we got mouths to feed. Good old Westfall dirt pie. Nothing tastier than dirt. That one can survive.
I am out of range.
This is like shantytown for the homeless or something, because it seems like that. The thing is,
Far away. I do not have a target.
this area here, Westfall, is pretty much a point, or has become an area where homeless people from the human settlements settle down. And especially here in the upper part, there are a lot of homeless that kinda build their little lives around the farming of farmsteads that are here, like the Jensenstead, the Fulbros Pumpkin Farm, the Molson Farm, and Saldians Farm. And at the moment, we are trying to uncover the mysteries of the murder of family Fulbrow, who once owned this farm. And for that, we need to talk to the homeless people around here and get some clues. I got a new... Yeah, I get
I require a target.
a nice ability, Bloodthirst. Yeah, it's a shantytown. That's what a shantytown means, like a makeshift community of homeless or poor people.
I need to target something first.
Remarkable, actually, people down on the luck working together. Yeah, it's pretty much that, although they are not quite working together a lot here.
Target.
Most are really only out for their own
I am out of range.
like advantage. Help each other and for a common goal. Yeah, that's not really what's happening here. Because we will now learn something. I think. I choose a weird spot to hide. What little Hume want, why you call Gluptok? That, is this the life that you had hoped for, Gluptok? Running 2-bit extortion operations out of a cave? Gluptok crush you! Oh, will you? Do you dare cross that line and risk your life? You may attempt to kill me and fail, or you may take option 2. What option 2? You join me and I shower wealth and power upon you. So Gluptok have 2 choices, die or be rich and powerful. Gluptok take choice 2. I thought you'd see it my way. I will call for you when the dawning is upon us. This is the Warcraft equivalent of a project. Is there gangs too? Yeah, there's... Well, not quite gangs, but there's a gang here. And you will soon learn about them. I don't really want to spoiler too much. You can experience it all for yourself. But
Acquire a target.
just now we learned that something is lurking in the shadows here.
I do not have a target.
Someone trying to pull the strings.
I need to target something first.
Shadowy figure we saw. Know what projects is? That's like the hood. I did hear the name of the term. I'm not totally 100% sure what it is, but I also from the context thought it was something like the hood or some, well, like project to build a place for homeless people or so, which probably failed and then turned into like a shanty town.
I must get closer. I require a target. Too far away. I am out of range.
Okay, we did. Got everything for the dirt pies. Tasty, tasty dirt pies. Dirt pies don't make themselves, usually. Coyote tail and fresh dirt. Just smelling you coming got my stomach rumbling. We're gonna eat like kings tonight. Westfall mud pie. Makes your stomach rumble. Yum. So wanna see what happens when I eat the mud pie? Slang short for the words housing projects, and it means like apartments or flats for the poor, not quite homeless. Usually it can mean the hood in general, but it means that too. I see. Yeah, that's kinda what I was thinking about. Well, time to try the meat pie. The mud pie, not meat pie. Okay, we got a buff. Your stomach is rumbling. Let's see what might happen from that. Blue puts his hands to his ears and starts talking loudly. Stop, stop, stop. I don't want to hear it, I don't want to know it, and I don't care. That kind of information is liable to get you killed around these parts. I got one more bit of information for you and then we're done. A couple of bugs recently showed up at the farm, causing all kinds of trouble. I don't know where they came from or who they are working for, but I know they are bad news. I may have overheard them talking about subjects that might interest you. If you're interested, you'll find the bugs back behind the farmhouse. If you get caught or killed, I don't know you. Never seen ya. Good luck, kid. At least it's not shit pie. No lady's life, but you're not gonna be there. Did something happen between you and Lady Confusion? But welcome to my stream again. Nice to see you. That pie does not sound appetizing. I mean, the people here would still eat that, maybe. Not really like they have much of a choice. Oh, you just haven't been at the stream for so long, lady thinks you're dead. Well, maybe that's also a reason you should go to her stream and make her think you're not dead anymore. Oh, sweet justice. Killing those kobolds won't make me walk like a normal person, and it sure won't get me a job, but damn, does it feel good. Jim reaches into a crusty old sack. Here, I think I got something for you from my kobold hunting days. Maybe you can put it to good use. Yeah, we don't really need either of them, but we do take the kobold basher because we can sell it for more. Maybe if someone has shit fetish, they like it. Maybe not go down that route or talk more about that. Maybe we did have to go back. Don't want to go back to the mod basement. I see. Well then, don't go back. Did you meet her? Yep, she's for real. She wanted me to tell you, Lox, that she appreciates the job that we did for her on the Furl Bros. Gave me a pile of gold to split with you all. See her face? Is it really? Whoa, what do we have here? Looks like we have ourselves an eavesdropper, boys. Only one thing to do with a lousy, good-for-nothing eavesdropper. Die. Yeah, that didn't really work out for you four. Hurry back to the Fallbros cottage. You were standing right here, what the hell did you see? Speak up. I didn't see nothing. He died of natural causes. Natural causes? 2 bullets in the chest and his shoes are on his head. What kind of natural death would that be? Doesn't look good, rookie. This was an execution. Whoever did this was sending a message. Message for anyone that would dare snitch on these criminals. It would appear that poor Lou really put his foot in his mouth. Yeah, typical Horatio Lane line. I really love this quest chain. This is cool. We're dealing with an organization here, rookie. You don't just off the richest bomb in Westfall in broad daylight and leave no witnesses. Someone with a lot of power is behind these murders. What have you learned so far? It's naturally what happens when you piss off the mafia. Therefore, natural cause. Yeah, that was a very natural cause. Went into her chat for a moment. Don't think she noticed you. You're safe for now. Yeah, she probably won't notice it if you're only there for a short moment. Well, feel free to then hide in my chat confusion. So, what do we know so far? We need to follow the clues. Over at the Johnson's stead, you found a water-soaked letter and some scraps of red cloth. Here at the Furlbros, you overheard a conversation between some shadowy figure and an ogre mage. You also got a confession to the murder from a bunch of thugs, whom you then killed. Something isn't adding up, rookie. There's an old couple southeast of here at the Saldine's farm. Head over there and speak with Farmer Saldine. Find out what he knows.
Be careful.
Well, let's head over to Saldine, but for that, I remembered that I can take another axe into my hands. Now we're really the berserker mate. I see what you did there, Marcus.
King's honor, friend.
Been in Westfall all my life, sister. I can remember the day when Westfall was the luscious land this side of Stranglethorn Vale. Those days are long gone. While we no longer have devias causing problems, the fallout from their reign of terror can still be felt. To make matters worse, we are in the worst economic downturn in history. All that gold we spent on fighting the Scourge left anyone not in a military-related occupation jobless and eventually homeless. Guess where all those people ended up? Yeah, I know which stream Confusion was watching. So, this tidbit of text gives us quite a bit of lore about this region. Two things are very important here. One is these, the Defias or Defias. Really know how to pronounce it in English because I haven't heard it yet. Wonder why some people love certain accents so much, like how you love German accent. Psychological reason. Maybe it has something to do with a kind of exotic feeling to it. Even if the accent is from a country pretty much adjacent to your own or very close to your own, it still carries some sort of special feel to it because it's not something you hear often. Went there for a good minute, still wasn't noticed. Guess you're just good at blending in. Maybe. I mean, if you don't talk in chat, there's quite little chance to be noticed. So one thing we learned here is this group, the Defiers, this was pretty much a gang running the underground here in Westfall before. But they were pretty much wiped out in the past. Although, as he says the fallout from the Reign of Terror can still be felt because they are like fragmented groups of Bidethias still being around and tormenting the people here, acting like they are still in control. And the other thing is this economic downturn caused by all that gold spent on fighting the Scourge. The Scourge is pretty much the the thing that, or rather, the Scourge came from Northrend. It was created by the Lich King in his Ice-Crown Citadel here. And pretty much drew a line of death from Silvermoon City down here to the Eastern Plaguelands and Western Plaguelands. And pretty much, well, killed everything in the Western and Eastern Plaguelands. The Ghostlands is also pretty much dead, and Silvermoon City is, we can see here the Dead Scar, which is pretty much the path the Army of Dead took when they tried to claim Kalim, the Eastern Kingdoms here for themselves. And then we went to Northrend to defeat the Lich King, and this is where a lot of gold was spent that he's talking about. And now a lot of people don't have any money anymore, became homeless because of reasons corresponding to the war, and are amassing here. So now for WoW was a good game and all, but when you played it, you sort of just stuck around in the underworld. What underworld do you mean, Confusion? And nice to hear that you also like World of Warcraft. What accents am I into? I don't really know what accents am I into, to be honest. I never really notice much on there. Didn't really put much emphasis on accents. Stopping by to say hi and hope you have a great day. Nice to see you, Cruzy, and I hope you also have a great day. Don't tell Lady Confusion is here. On your way to tell. Well, Confusion, seems like you didn't blend in so well as you thought. Marine has soothing voice though, don't you agree? Well, I think that no from Confusion is to Cruzy being on his way to tell Lady he's around here. Not an answer to your question, Marcus. But I guess you can also deduce that.
Light be with you.
So we now learned a lot what is wrong here. We thought he was just being very rude. Like, no, I hate Cyrene's voice. Nah, that's not what Confusion means. He was answering Cruzy because he didn't want Lady to notice him. Ratio Lane, that man is a scumbag. Dirty as my underwear. Listen, friend, I don't often give out advice like this, but you seem like a good woman. Get out of Westfall. You're already in way over your head. All you're doing now is putting your neck on the chopping block.
Light bless you. Go with honor, friend.
Times are tough, sister. With the downtrodden masses of Stormwind migrating into Westfall, resources are stretched as thin as they've ever been. The people are restless and in need of help. Our own farmhouse has been serving as a halfway house for years. Sama does the best that she can to keep our guests alive, but sometimes the Watchers get him. Watchers are those twisted abominations roaming my fields. A little present left behind by the Defias before they were driven off. Help us.
For the Alliance.
What can I do for you?
Hello dear, welcome to our home. You don't look like you're homeless. Have you come to help us? If so, you're just in time. I'm planning dinner for the young ones and I need a few simple ingredients. If you could get me some okra, gore tusk flanks and stringy flesh ripper meat, I can make my famous Westfall stew. You'll find all the ingredients near our farm. Just be careful of the harvest watchers. They are merciless killers.
Be careful.
Underworld is really empty aside from the green flames everywhere.
Need help? Safe travels.
King's honor, friend.
Are you talking about going places you are not meant to go, Confusion? You have found what appears to be the heart of a Harvest Watcher. From the sound being emitted by the device, you can tell that it's still fully functional. Perhaps you should return it to Farmer Saldine. Well, let's see what he has to say.
What can I do for you? Be careful.
What have you got there, Might Fumo? Harvest Watcher heart. The object buzzes and whirs.
Light bless you.
Is that the heart of one of the Watchers? I've heard stories about using one of these to power up a Watcher for personal use. Of course, I'm really in no shape to try such things myself. Green flames, meteors, and demons everywhere, including those green elemental looking things. Ah, you mean like, I think I have a toy that... Demons? Ah, you just mean the UK. I think I have a toy that can show what Confusion is talking about. I just need to find it. This one. Looking a bit like this Confusion. Plays worse than the UK.
Greetings.
Somewhat like that.
Be careful.
From what I've heard, all you really need to do is find a suitable Harvest Golem and drop in the heart. Once you've done that, you should be able to take full control of the creature. I think there's a whole field of overloaded Harvest Golems west of here. At the Molson farm, look for the arcs of electricity. Should you manage to get it working, use the golem to destroy the energized Harvest Reapers at the old Molson farm. Those monsters are much more destructive than the ones on our farm. California.
I do not have a target. I must get closer.
Well, California and the underworld do have something in common. Being on fire a lot of the time.
I am out of range. I must get closer. I am out of range.
Confusion, did you perhaps start playing World of Warcraft during the Legion expansion?
I am out of range. I require a target.
I remember a month back it was so hot due to the fires. The sky was a dark orange, the fog was orange. That sounds really crazy.
I need to target something first.
Like 3 to 4 years ago. Would have been Legion. Let me quickly look up when Legion got released. Maybe not. Legion was released in 2016. After Legion was Battle for Azeroth. Got released 2018. And after that we got... Oh yeah, Shadowlands. That's what you mean by the Underworld, I guess. I'm stupid. I totally forgot about Shadowlands. I guess what you mean by the Underworld being green and stuff was Maldraxxus here, perhaps.
I must get closer. I am out of range.
Why are we so strong? Yeah, you just stayed there for your entire playthrough, never left. I see, I see. Shadowlands was a weird expansion, to be honest. It did felt very forced. I mean, the lore of the Shadowlands is pretty interesting. But
Too far away.
the overall story with the jailer and stuff wasn't really that good. Ah, welcome back, Marcus. I did not remember this quest being so annoying.
I must get closer. I am out of range.
Think of a place with such high pollution the rainwater is toxic to the human body. That sounds really crazy. I guess Confusion is talking about those masks you also had to wear during COVID.
Too far away.
Just kill them like this. Yeah,
I am
can.
out of range.
This is so much faster.
I must get closer. Too far away. I require a target. I must get closer. I am out of range. Too far away. I must get closer. Too far away. I am out of range. Too far away.
Finally finished here.
I am out of range.
It really does sound as if you're living in a Fallout game, Confusion.
I must get closer.
2 million for a decent sized house. Yeah, that does sound crazier than
Something fun.
US. Also guys, we're about to have an ad break, but I'm just gonna continue killing stuff, so you don't need to worry about missing out on something.
Too far away.
Boom.
I am out of range.
Maybe Confusion is also in an ad. Yeah, I want to have Heroic Leap, I love that one. What are you doing there, you damn coyote? line up for the headless horseman. Else, nothing speaks against doing it. Get this loot-filled pumpkin. Just gonna line up and see what happens. That sounds crazy confusion. Also, I haven't really played Fallout, so I don't know anything about the factions in Fallout, Marcus.
For the Alliance.
Thank you, sister. You've done Salma and I a great service, and I promise that it won't soon be forgotten. I don't have much money, but you're welcome to what I do have.
Go with honor, friend. Be careful.
It actually worked. That's incredible, mate Fumo. Hopefully that takes care of the Harvest Golem problem here in Westfall.
The Alliance.
Hey there.
Food will be ready as soon as I have all of the ingredients. Hurry.
See you around.
Bless your heart, dear. These poor orphans haven't had a hot meal in days. It looks like we will have enough left over to help feed many more of the homeless of Westfall.
Farewell.
New level. Even have anything that takes rage? Let's go for the headless horseman. Okay, this is something new. Take curses from these. Vine March piercing thorns rubbed under cursed enemies periodically. The thorns inflict a stack of Wickerman's shadow. I'm gonna try to get one curse here. Let's see how this goes. Horseman, rise, your time is nigh. Felt death once, now no demise.
Too far away. I must get closer.
Come forth, my minions! Unleash your breath! Choke them with the stench of death! Your body lies battered and broken. Let my curse be your own. What new adventure lies in store?
I really want to get that horse someday. Confusion would join the ghoul faction. You know, that real old Fallout game that lets you become a ghoul through a certain faction. Yeah, I guess your country is like Africa, because some parts are really bad there apparently. Not that place, cause Africa don't get below negative 15 degrees in winter. Tell me, I'm curious. Third biggest place on the map. Apparently that's America according to map. You don't seem American though. Fusion is Asian. China.
Need help?
Might be a good guess.
Life bless you.
Yeah, it's horrid there. Yeah, I can imagine that. Been many years since anyone has offered to lend us aid, mate Fumo. Had you not come along, we might not have made it through the coming winter. You have proven yourself to be a selfless individual, a person that we can trust. I only wish we had something of value to offer you. While I have no information to assist you in your crusade to bring the Furlbros murderer to justice, perhaps my wife can help. Speak to Salma inside and she will tell you what you need to know before you leave.
Go with honor, friend.
Hello.
Of course, dear, our little girl works at Sentinel Hill and is very close with the homeless of Westfall. Perhaps she has overheard something. Before you go, let me wrap up the Westfall stew and tell you a little bit about our dear little girl.
Have a good one.
About 4 years ago, in the dead of the night, a little girl walked right into our farmhouse and collapsed on the floor. Nobody had a clue as to her identity. Poor little thing had no recollection of who she was or where she came from. Truly a lost soul. Soon after, we adopted the little girl and named her Hope, for that is what she represented. She is now a young lady caring for the destitute and homeless of Westfall. Take my Westfall stew to her at Sentinel Hill, south of here.
Farewell.
I think the official term for a green card is a permanent residence permit or something like that. Basically, it says that the Confusion can stay in the US without the need of a visa. And I think it also allows you to get work.
Greetings.
While the situation here is dire, other parts of the region are literally quaking from a great upheaval. I have here a report from Watch Captain Parker of Red Ridge Mountains, one of our territories east of Elwyn Forest. He's asking for a hero to come to their aid. We are spread so thin here that I don't know how we can afford to send any more military. Would you check on Parker and see what he needs? You will find Watch Captain Parker atop the tower at 3 corners.
Be careful.
Yeah, we will do that later on.
Well met.
Legend of Captain Grayson. Have you heard of Captain Grayson? Some say that he's the figment of a drunken sailor's imagination, but anyone in Westfall will tell you that Grayson is real. He's a ghost that haunts the Westfall lighthouse far to the west of the coast of the Longshore. Do you dare investigate?
Be careful.
Suppose the Chinese are very smart because all the philosophers like Sun Tzu and stuff, or some shit. You have a visa as well as other things. I see confusion. So you can't talk about it much. Think of you as an American citizen. Okay, if you can't talk about it, then don't talk about it. You hear Visa, you think of like the bank card brand Visa. Yeah, that's also something one could think of. Good day, miss. How may I serve you? I smell Westfall stew. Mother sent you? Yes, I heard about the Pearlbrow murders. It is very tragic, but such tragedy is a way of life in Westfall. There are many people here who simply no longer have the means or inclination to keep themselves fed. They have given up hope. Do you understand what it means to be left so hopeless as to stop caring about life? We must work together to show them that there's hope, that with the dawning day a better life comes. Take my mother's Westfall stew and help feed the homeless around Sentinel Hill. There is no race that starts out in the Shadowlands. No, there's none. No, there's no race that starts in the Shadowlands. I mean, I can just quickly show you all the races. Maybe I can... This is not the resting place. You see the sweatshops confusion? I hear it's very bad in China. It's very sad. Wonder if you've seen any IL or work there. Maybe don't ask confusion stuff like that, Marcus. Quite sure he wouldn't want to talk about it. For races, you got the standard races. The first one's human, dwarf, night elf, gnome, orc, undead, tauren, troll. Those were the vanilla races. Each having their starting point in the vanilla areas. Then we got Draenei and Blood Elf added in Burning Crusade. They have their starting areas adjacent to the vanilla areas, and they are pretty much considered Burning Crusade areas. In Wrath of the Lich King, Death Knights were added, who also have their own starting area because they are the first hero class. Then came Cataclysm, adding the Worgen and the Goblin. They each have their own starting areas that you can't enter afterwards again. Then came Mists of Pandaria, adding the Pandaren for both factions. Was the class Demon Hunter? Yeah, I would have been getting there. Demon Hunters don't have the starting area in the Shadowlands. Demon Hunters have their own instance starting area that you can't enter again afterwards, which is pretty much a prison they are breaking out of. But that prison has nothing to do with Shadowlands. Also, Demon Hunters got added in the Legion expansion, which was two expansions before Shadowland, I think. The Legion, Battle for Azeroth, and then Shadowlands. It might feel similar, the starting area of the Demon Hunters, to some places in Shadowlands, especially Maldraxxus. Because the Demon Hunters are pretty much in a demon prison. Demon Hunter was mainly what you played, probably what you got confused with all the new stuff. That's okay, confusion. I mean, there's quite a lot of stuff happening here, and when you started playing in Shadowlands and started yeah, I think it was possible to start as a Demon Hunter in Shadowlands already. Because in Legion you needed to have a character up over a certain level to actually start a Demon Hunter, but I think they voided that restriction in Shadowlands. So yeah, if you started as a Demon Hunter there and then directly went to Shadowlands after a bit of questing and leveling, you didn't really need to level much because Demon Hunters start on a higher level. So yeah, you could get confused a bit on where the Demon Hunter prison actually is. Ah, more quests for us here. We were once known as the People's Militia. These days, though, we fight under the banner of Stormwind with the full support of King Anduin Vryn. Our goals here in the Westfall are many. To clean up the mess left behind by the Defiers, to expand the reach of the Alliance, and to maintain order. So far we are failing on all fronts. Why am I making him sound so proud of that? Times are worse now than when the Defiers ran amok. Now with the indigenous gnolls of the region up in arms, we find ourselves backed into a corner. Help us, mate Fumo.
See you later. What can I do for you? For the Alliance.
After my tour of duty was over in Grizzly Hills, I returned to Westfall only to find the land in worse condition than when I left. The price of our war left thousands of citizens homeless. They now migrate here and squat upon the deserted farmhouses and towns of the region. To make matters worse, we are now under attack by the gnolls. The Westfall Brigade needs your help, Might Fumo. Slay the attacking gnolls and recover their orders. Someone is pulling their strings and we need to find out whom.
Light bless you.
I am out of range. I require a target.
Already got the gnoll attack orders. Ah, there's the candy bucket here.
Must get closer.
Get some candy. Let's see, what can we do? Take on a jack-o'-lantern head. Ah, that's a shoulder. I thought it was a weapon. Nice. Syra, do you have a Demon Hunter slot? I do have a Demon Hunter. And I think I could also create another one. I will do later on, definitely. Also, fun fact, religion is banned in China. You'll be sent to a concentration camp for believing in any religion. That sounds really crazy. I pretty much mained a Demon Hunter during Legion and Battle for Azeroth. And in Shadowlands as well. Get some grub, you homeless people.
It is not ready yet.
Another fact you probably don't know how the Great Wall of China has dead bodies built into it. I heard about that before. I think they just built in the slaves that died during erecting the Great Wall. Wasn't it like that? Yeah, the slaves who built the wall who died was put into the walls under the stones. Yeah, pretty much what I heard as well. Like, I mean, that's easier than just digging graves for the people who die. Also, at that time, they didn't really care about the slaves who built the wall. The one thing they cared about was that the wall was built.
Too far away.
Great Wall isn't even China, since the defense was pointed inwards towards China instead of the outside.
I am out of range.
I mean, I could see that happening, especially with
I do not have a target.
what is considered the Great Wall. Today is not one giant wall, but
I cannot attack that.
like multiple walls built after each other in different kinds of fashions. And depending on where the enemy was, you definitely had to point the defenses there.
I need to target something first. I require a target.
Need help? Be careful.
You recovered the attack orders. I need to read the attack orders.
Go with honor, friend.
Minions, our leader has spoken. You are to sack Sentinel Hill and free the Admiral. You may keep anything that you find in your rampage. Helix. The Admiral is this guy here, I think. Rip Snarl.
King's honor, friend.
I am out of range.
Bless you. Be careful.
Alex, I've heard that name before, recently as a matter of fact, but who is this Admiral?
For the Alliance.
Do you know anything about this beast? Who is the Admiral? Speak. Dawning comes, stout mantle, and with it comes your end. Gibberish from a mad wolf. Bah.
Hey there.
Mainly black people or other Chinese people, no other Chinese. They use their own people. As long as it gets them a better deal, they'd cut any corner, even sell their own children. Hundreds of murder cases go unsolved and our police are corrupt. Yeah, that's China. I mean, here in the West you also hear a lot of stuff about China. What happens there and what not. But that is only the tip of the iceberg. But guys, maybe try to not go too deep into this political talk. This is not what this stream is about. Well done, mate Fumo. You have provided us a temporary reprieve from the onslaught of gnolls, but there's more work to be done.
See you around.
South of here is an area of Westfall known as the Dust Plains. From what we know, the gnolls of the region have made the Dust Plains their unofficial capital. As with any capital, there exists a leader at the heart. If we are to put an end to these attacks, we must track down the gnoll in charge and end him. Oh, confusion adding 1 class point to Demon Hunter. Good. First class point added on the new ones. South of here, I already read that. As with any. Venture further into the Dust Plains, find the gnoll leader Django Spot Hide and kill him. Take out any other gnolls that get in your way.
For the Alliance.
You have a kind heart, mate Fumo. You have done a good thing today, and that act will reflect back upon you when Judgment Day comes.
Greetings. Go with honor, friend.
SI-7 has been tracking Helix Gearbreaker since he entered the Alliance territory 2 weeks ago. The letter I received from Matthias Shaw explained that he sent an agent by the name of Kiernan to Westfall to shadow Helix. Find Agent Kiernan and you'll find Helix Gearbreaker. Kiernan came into town for supplies 2 days ago. She mentioned that she would be near Mordwek's tower southeast of here on the Dust Plains. Get going, mate
The
Fumo.
Alliance.
Talking about Confusion, Marcus? Yeah, Confusion is a nice guy. Yeah, I will start a new Demon Hunter slot someday. My let's just put this up. My plan for this is to play at least one of every class and one of every race, and with that start enough characters to level or to quest through all of the areas, so that everyone watching my stream can experience all the lore of World of Warcraft. Yesterday I decided on creating a new character, which then was chosen from the Excel spreadsheet with marbles on stream. We got to a Lightforged Draenei warrior, and now we are leveling through some vanilla World of Warcraft areas, where we are starting to learn a bit about the world. Although, to be honest, there's a lot that is not quite vanilla World of Warcraft, because during Cataclysm a lot of the areas got a bit revamped, and this quest chain here in Westfall, or pretty much the entirety of Westfall's quests, is Cataclysm stuff, which is why I'm giving a bit of background lore whenever it's needed.
Well met.
Helix is the one responsible for the Gnawl attacks. Kiernan nods at the tower. He is inside. He's been there for days. I've just been waiting for an excuse to bust him.
Safe travels.
Helix had got himself holed up inside Claven Mordwick's old tower. I won't lie to you, mate Fumo. It's heavily guarded. I count 6 armed mercenaries just on the outside. There's no way you're getting inside the tower by yourself. Lucky for you, Claire and I are here. Kiernan pats a sniper rifle. I'll cover your entry. Take the shrouding potion, you'll need it once you get inside. Use it as soon as you enter the tower and head upstairs. Find out what Helix is hiding up there.
Have a good one. Need help? Be careful.
It's gonna get interesting. Just have to wait for them to get sniped by Agent Kiernan. Can I go into a dungeon higher than my level and somehow survive for better loot than the level I am currently? That's kind of become a difficult question to answer, to be honest. Because the thing is that after... Was the level squish in Shadowlands or after Shadowlands? I think in Shadowlands. Yeah, in Shadowlands. In Shadowlands, we got the so-called level squish, where the max level got squished from 120 to 60 down again. And connected to that level squish, the whole leveling experience in World of Warcraft was revamped. Already in Battle for Azeroth, it was revamped that you could pretty much level in any expansion to the max level, so you only need one and not go through the expansions one after each other to get to the highest level. And because of that, the dungeons also get a bit revamped and now scale with your level a bit more. if I try to enter a dungeon through the dungeon finder. At my level currently I have only Dragonflight dungeons available to me. I need to actually get closer so that Kiernan can shoot them. As you can see, these are ranged from level 10 to level 70. Which means that when I line up for these dungeons, this dungeon is always to my level. So I can't, it's pretty much impossible to enter these dungeons and be underleveled. That's how it went. However, I think, I'm not quite sure about this, but I think I could walk up to certain dungeons. Like every dungeon has a place in the world. For example, here we have the dead mines. It's visible by this symbol, and when you hover over it, you also get that it's a dungeon. And then then we see more information about it if we enter into it. Thing is, I think even if I went into it like this dungeon would still scale to my level. Theoretically, I could try to get to Kazalga, which is the newest area added in the newest expansion. Because mages can put up portals. And then even though I do not have the minimum level requirement to enter the area through the quests associated with it, I could have a mage portal me to Dornogal, where I could then enter into the Kazalga dungeons, where I would be highly underleveled, because these are scaled to the leveling phase of 70 to 80. The thing is, if I go in there alone, I would definitely die without achieving anything. If I went with a group carrying me through the dungeon, that would be possible. And I think it would also be possible for me to get loot. The problem then is I can't equip that loot, because that is also scaled to the leveling phase of 70 to 80. So ultimately, it is possible to enter certain dungeons that are above my level. It is possible to get loot that is above my level, but I can't equip it. That is the very long answer. What if I use the 70 to 80 gear to trade for better gear that's at my level? Then the question comes, who do I trade with? Because that gear is bound to me that I get in the dungeon. Or rather, it's bound to the group I'm in. So I can't trade it with other people, but I can trade it with the group I was in the dungeon with. I could trade it with them. However, there's a very, 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 very low chance of some random people during the leveling phase from 70 to 80 to have equipment that is good for the level I'm on currently. Dolls have failed, mistress. They provided the distraction I required. We continue as planned. But mistress, the admiral is still... We will free the admiral during the dawning. Yes, mistress. Judgment Day is soon upon us, Helix. All for the people, I wish to speak to them one last time before the dawning. Moonbrook, mistress? Aye, tonight. I totally forgot that Helix is this goblin. Was this really rare demon hunter item you got from trading an higher level item you got from a dungeon? Where did you trade it, Confusion? Do you remember that? And also, was it a dungeon or a raid?
What can I do for you?
So dungeon is 5 people a group and the raid is somewhere between 10 and 40. What could possibly be going on in Moonbrook? I don't like this one bit, mate Fumo.
Have a good one.
I'll be filling out my report and heading back to Stormwood shortly, as I-7 must be informed of the happenings in Westfall. I would recommend you do the same and report back to Brian.
See you around.
I think it was a raid since you were with 20 people. I thought so, because in raids you can get certain tokens that you can then trade in for gear
Target.
from certain vendors.
Move far away. I need to target something first.
But then also it remains stuff from the raid
I require a target.
is always max level of the expansion. So if you are below that level, you can't equip that.
I am out of
Change weapons. Alright, let me get to a base real quick where I'm not in danger of being attacked. So as you can see, currently I have two-handed axes. I am able to equip pretty much everything, although bows, guns and crossbows are out of the picture because I can't attack with them. So I could do one-hand axes, one-handed swords, one-handed maces, daggers, fist weapons, two-handed axes, two-handed swords, two-handed maces, staves, pole arms, and legion artifacts. Artifacts were special weapons that were available in Legion, where you pretty much only had one kind of weapon and leveled that weapon with you. And for the specialization I'm in, I can currently equip these Legion artifacts. Or rather than equipping, I would transmog my weapons. So this is what they would look like. Yeah, that one works. Which one would you like to have? Axes or maybe a pair of the swords? Top right one, please. Okay. I just need to find where I have him.
I foresee a mutually beneficial transaction.
Yeah, now I have these swords equipped. Marcus, thanks for hanging out. Was nice to see you in chat. And take care of yourself. If you were to make a new World of Warcraft account, would you be able to get artifacts? Yes and no. You will be able to get artifacts. Like, let's go back to that screen. Artifacts have a certain standard form. This is like the standard form for the Fury Warrior artifact. You can still get them, I'm pretty sure. You can't level them anymore, so their special effects are pretty much not existing anymore. And you can... I think you can still unlock some of the extra appearances, but some of the like secret appearances, like this one I think was one, are locked. I think. I'm not totally sure of it because I haven't played Legion in quite a while. Legion content. Can Demon Hunter use artifacts or are they just stuck with the twin blade things? They can use artifacts, but their artifacts are the twin blade things. I mean, I could just jump onto my Demon Hunter and show you real quick. Where's my Demon Hunter? Where did he go? Oh, that's the wrong one. There we have him. I need to change the realm real quick. Yeah, we're not... Interesting to know. Yeah, here are the Legion artifacts. Yeah, they pretty much only have the twin blades. These kind of blades for the Havoc specialization, and these kind of blades for the Vengeance specialization. Although Vengeance also got this kind of thing. You thought the classes had the same artifact weapons? Yes, they are unique to the race and class. They are unique to class and specialization. Race is not that important because multiple races can have the same class and then the artifact weapons will be the same. For Demon Hunters, it's just that there are only 2 races that can be Demon Hunters. Can still equip other weapons. But yeah, the artifact weapons are class and specialization dependent. So each and every class and specialization has its own artifact weapon. So that's why the Demon Hunter got 2 different kinds and Warriors have 3 different artifact weapons. Here, so these are the Fury ones, and this is protection one with shield, and this is usually you only have one of these because this is the arms thingy, the arms specialization weapon. All still protection. Don't know why this is like up here. There you are, Django spot high.
I need to target something first.
Do you not like the warglaives of the Demon Hunters? Confusion? Also, each artifact weapon has its own lore behind it. With some being deeply involved in the lore of World of Warcraft and some kinda added for Legion.
Light be with you. Go with honor, friend.
Who is this shadowy figure? We have to get to Moonbrook.
Be careful. Light bless you.
We have had a camp near Moonbrook for quite some time now, Mate Fumo. One of my best soldiers works the area along with a company of Sentinel Hill troopers. Report to Captain Alpert now and find out if he has any news about the happenings in Moonbrook. Another ally of mine is also at the Moonbrook camp. His name is Foralius. I met Foralius in Northrend during my time in Valgard. He's a wise and powerful shaman. Perhaps his abilities could help us solve this mystery.
Go with honor, friend.
Can
Excellent work, mate Fumo. It will take the river paw weeks to recover from the blow you just dealt. Please take an item of your choosing as a reward for what you have done.
Have a good one.
Ooh, next level, next point here. All quite good. I think I take that. When we're about to have another ad break. I think I'm gonna use the ad break to do a quick dehydration break. So I'll be back in a few minutes. See you back then. I'm back again, and coincidentally the ad break is also over now. So let's continue doing some questing here. The natives are restless, mate Fumo. I don't know what's going on, but homeless activity in this area has quadrupled in the past 2 days. If I didn't know any better, I'd say they were planning something.
Light bless you.
We've noticed a rise in violent acts amongst the homeless of the area. Something or someone is getting them all riled up. Now, whoever is behind all this is getting more organized. Just recently a group of thugs came through here handing out pamphlets. Enter Moonbrook and look for evidence, propaganda, leaflets, whatever. Bring whatever you find back to me. Maybe we can find the source through the writings.
Alliance.
I require a target.
Attacking me here. The material of this bandana is identical to the material found at the Fullbro murder scene. You should collect more red bandanas as evidence and return what you find to Captain Alpert. Hiya Axel, nice to see you again. How are you doing?
I need to target something first.
I always will walk into the enemies here. Yeah, nope. I have to go upstairs. Gonna have a lot of stuff to read soon. We only need one more bandana. Ah, that's all. Let's see, mysterious propaganda. The hour of our redemption draws ever closer, brothers and sisters. Tonight we will shed the shell of our former lives and be reborn as heroes. V. Give a man a tabard and he will pledge his undying loyalty to your cause. These men are now government sheep who care not for your hardships. They wear the tabard of their leader and care only for what he desires. Also V again. I can hardly believe it. We've endured this torment for 4 long years, but soon it will be over. The Brotherhood will be reborn and we will then wash across this land as a flood to cleanse it of its filth and corruption. The Brotherhood this person is talking about is the Brotherhood of the Defiers, who's pretty much destroyed at this point, or rather this is what everyone is thinking. Group of homeless Samaritans brutally murdered behind Fullbro farm. Witnesses state that the 4 men killed at the Fullbro's farm were on their way to delivering dirt pies to a shelter on the east coast when attacked. Jim Candles McHanigan, an eyewitness on the scene, had this to say. Yep, I saw the whole thing go down with my own 2 eyes, was a female warrior. She looked like she may have been on something. She slaughtered the poor bums in broad daylight while shouting obscenities and proclaiming her love for Stormwind and King Varian Vryn. I think she may have killed Louis immediately afterward. I was too shaken up to see. I wonder who this newspaper article is talking about. Probably couldn't be me killing some people behind the barn.
Be careful. Light bless you.
The only V I know is Van Cleef, but he died many years ago. Van Cleef was the leader of the Defiers.
Be careful.
It looks like the meeting the shadowy figure spoke of is starting soon. The homeless are starting to mobilize. I need you to attend the rally and gather information, mate Fumo. Go to the center of Moonbrook and listen in on the rally. Return to me with whatever you find.
Go with honor, friend. For the Alliance.
Red bandanas?
Light bless
I
you.
haven't seen a red bandana in 5 years. Could this shadowy figure be attempting to reform the Defiers Brotherhood?
Go with honor, friend.
Quite sure we will soon find out. Together, brothers and sisters, come all and listen. Brothers and sisters, we are abandoned, the orphaned children of Stormwood. Our king sits atop his throne made of gold and shrugs at our plight. Meanwhile, our children die of starvation on these very streets. His war, not ours, costs us our livelihood. We paid for the Alliance victories with our blood and the blood of our loved ones. The time has come, brothers and sisters, to stop this injustice. The government of Stormwind, of the Alliance, must be made accountable for what it has done to us. Today we are reborn. Today we take a stand as men and women, not nameless, faceless numbers. Yeah, this is definitely looking like a revolution in the making. People in power should be very careful. Oh, where am I actually going here?
What can I do for you?
I could hear the cheers from here. It seems as if we've got a huge problem on our hands, mate Fumo. We have to discover the identity of this shadowy menace before we enlist the aid of Stormwind. Perhaps there's another way.
For the Alliance.
There is a shaman here, Thoralius, who might be able to aid us. He is a friend of Gryan's who has recently come to Westfall to study the elemental devastation that has befallen us. Speak to Thoralius and see if there's something that he can do to shed some light on the identity of the shadowy figure.
Be careful.
Open your heart to the light.
Yes, perhaps I could be of some assistance. When I was in Northrend, I helped the people of Valgard uncover some of the mysteries of the Vrykul by delving into the spirit world. Perhaps the same could be done here.
Dionys Hakar.
This incense will put your body and mind in a deep meditative state. Once the trance begins, you will be pulled into the spirit world. Do not fight the trance once it has begun, mate Fumo. Allow the spirits to show you what they know. You must leave now. Go to the Dead Mines, a place which I am told holds great significance in the history of Westfall. Once inside, use the incense. You may enter the Dead Mines through the old farmhouse south of here. Follow the homeless. Return to Grian with your discovery.
Safe journey.
The dead mines we are about to go into was pretty much the very first dungeon members of the Alliance could enter. And you actually need to walk quite a long way to really enter the dungeon. Because this is not the dungeon yet.
I cannot attack that target.
This is just the entrance, because back in vanilla a lot of dungeons were kinda hidden somewhere and you actually kinda needed to find them and uncover them. I really spent so much time down here back in the day. This was a great place to level, and I also did some farming for rare items here. Just want to show you around. I know this is not the right way, but it does get interesting at a certain point. Oh, we just found a rare enemy here. A sexy looking rare enemy.
Have a target.
Brainwashed Noble. Also a rare enemy.
I require a target.
And this is kinda a weird area because somehow we're now undead here in this part of the mines. Not sure if there's something special waiting at the end. Let's just take a look at it.
Too far away.
I think if I remember correctly, back in Vanilla WoW and
Get closer.
the next few expansions, the undead here in the mines were like 10 to 15 levels above everything else. So if you accidentally got here, most of the time you died. Nothing interesting waiting here.
Get closer.
There's a special enemy.
I must get closer. I am out of range.
Maybe he gives something nice. Horseman Pistol Nettle.
Far away.
But not really anything here. Now, the thing is, if you're doing this quest, the Vision of the Past, you don't need to enter this dungeon. Okay, you do need to enter the dungeon. I thought it wasn't needed. But yes, I was wrong. So forget what I said. This is now bringing us back 5 years ago into the heart of the dead mines. There's nowhere left to hide, Van Cleave. The Deviers are through. We're here to finish this. Face us, coward.
None may challenge the Brotherhood.
Yeah, this is Edwin Van Cleave, the former end boss of this dungeon. Currently being defeated by a group of Alliance members who represent the players. Victory for the Alliance, glory to Stormwind. Let us return to Sentinel Hill, allies, and inform Grian of Van Cleave's demise. Eddie. Yes, the big bad leader of the Defiers' daughter. This is the big secret bringing everything together.
Target something first.
Got a nice
I
belt.
am out of range. I require a target.
Fortunately, it's not our armor class. I'm first gonna go there to finish that little side quest waiting down there for us. Yeah, we need to find this half-buried anchor along the western coast of Westfall, so it's somewhere here. Legend of Captain Grayson. I used to be flesh and blood just like you, Missy. That is until that fateful day when the Murlocs attacked the lighthouse. You probably notice all of the shipwrecks along the coast. The Great Sea is treacherous indeed. The coast of Westfall needs to be kept clear so that if sailors find their way to our beaches, they are safe. The Murlocs are trouble though. Kill Murloc tide hunters and oracles and I will see to it that you are rewarded. The night the lighthouse keeper's family died was horrible. I watched helpless as old Merc Eye led the attack. But what's done is done. Now my concern is for the lives of the sailors on the Great Sea, whose ships come close to the perilous rocks of the coastline. With no one to keep watch on the flame, the responsibility has fallen upon me. Help me keep the torch lit by bringing me Chasmoos from the slimes in the raging chasm to the northeast. When my life was ended upon the rocks, I had no clue what the afterlife held for me. The lighthouse was black that night because old Merc Eye had scared the keeper's family off. They returned and relit the flame, but old Merc Eye cursed the weaker-minded Murlocs to raid the lighthouse within once again. The second time the family was not so lucky, and before my eyes they perished helplessly. Slay old Merc Eye if you see him along the shore. Bring me one of his scales and I shall reward you. Alright, let's see. There's old Merc Eye.
Too far away. I must get closer.
That was finished fast. And now I can run along here and look for a half-buried anchor. Also do that treasure hunt.
Too far away. I do not have a target. I am out of range.
I have to say I'm really happy the new character we created was a warrior.
I require a target.
I've always liked playing as a warrior, especially as Fury Warrior. That was pretty much the first main I had.
I must get closer. I am out of range.
Oh, you actually survived that.
I must get closer. I am out of range.
How far do I actually have to go to find... Oh, there's an anchor. At least it looks like an anchor. Is it an anchor?
I cannot attack that.
That is an anchor. But there's nothing here I can actually...
Too far away.
I not accepted the quest. I forgot to accept the quest. footlocker slowly creaks open. Sand and water seem to be its only contents. But wait, a small crab scurries out with a clue to the treasure in its claws. Clue to the treasure reads, "Good work, matey. Now you need to head due east. East up the bluffs, east to the road. Look for the old chimney ruins near the side of the road. There you'll find an old barrel with your next clue." Yeah, that's pretty much very close to where we actually need to go.
I need to target something first.
Let's see, no further Murloc oracles around. Yeah, you can run into that cyclone and jump up. Yeah, that's the chimney.
I do not have a target.
I love heroic leap.
Fire a target. I do not have a target.
This looks like the right barrel. Good work, treasure hunter. Searching through the barrel, you discover another piece of parchment. This one reads, "Now from this here barrel face ye north. Straight as the crow flies, keep ye walking till you see the empty jug next to the lone windmill on the sea bluffs. If you poke around that jug, ye just might find what you're looking for." So north we go,
I must get closer.
killing a few slimes on our way,
I am out of range.
because we need that ooze.
I need to target something first. Too far away. I do not have a target.
Need to find the lone windmill. Oh, hey, lady! Thanks for the raid. Let me give you a quick shout out. Tiny lady raid. How did the Slave a Princess go? Was it fun again? Did you enjoy the new stuff that got added?
I need to target something first.
Good, got some new endings. That's good to hear. There's a clue sticking out of the empty jug. You're on your way to the jackpot treasure seeker. Sure enough, deep within the old jug there's another clue to Sander's treasure. The ink has run in some places and the paper smells like whiskey, but you can make out some of the text. Now that ye found me old whiskey jug, you're almost to the treasure. Just face west from the bottle and walk down to the shore. Once ye get to the water, keep going. Swim straight west till you find the island with me treasure chest. Time always flies by when playing it. I would say that is always a sign of a very good game. If you can just play it and forget the passage of time. Yeah, you felt like it had been 2 hours, but it was actually 5. That's nice. That's really nice. That also means that it was really fun to play for you. And how high did your heart rate go? Lost treasure of Captain Sanders awaits. The hinges on the old chest are rusty, but they still work. You force the chest open and take the booty. Congratulations. Well guys, you heard it, we took Captain Sanders' booty now. We can really enjoy the booty. Over 100, but it was more from movement. What kind of movement? Did you like had to go somewhere during stream or? Sitting up in your chair and when you walked upstairs. I see. So if we leave that outlier out of the statistics, what was kinda your highest heart rate when playing the game then? Like 95. So it wasn't that much lower. I guess you either got really excited or
I must get closer.
kinda scared sometimes.
I am out of range.
That's when you were excited mostly. I see.
I must get closer. Too far away.
I can't spend talent points because I'm in battle. Well done, Mate Fumo. You have quite a knack for combat. Thanks to you, the coast of Westfall is a safer place. The flame will not burn for long without ooze, Mate Fumo. We used to use oil back in the day, but it was hard to come by. Praise you, brave warrior. The rocks of the Westfall coast shall be lit thanks to your hard work. Many lives will be spared so long as the torch is kept lit. I died needlessly on this shore. My afterlife plight is to see that no one follows my destiny. I don't even have mana, but I'm taking the mana potion because it is twice as expensive when selling. And we need the money. Have you laid waste to the menace known as Old Merc Eye yet? He has been spotted roaming the coastline of Westfall. Return to me when the fool beast is dead. So the fool heathen Merc Eye is dead. Well done, mate Fumo. By your hands one life was laid to rest, but perhaps many more were saved. The great sea wrought with danger as it is, shall be a wee bit safer this night thanks to your heroics. Why can't I get up here? There.
Well met. Light bless you.
What? Van Cleef had a daughter?
Be careful.
I had no idea that Van Cleef had a daughter, mate Fumo. If there was one thing that man was exceptionally skilled at, it was keeping secrets. How tragic. Poor thing witnessed a horrible act. Had I only known. What's that? Did you hear something? It seems as if the gnolls are pulling back. Where are my guards? On guard, mate Fumo.
Go with honor, friend.
I don't like this, mate Fumo. Stay alert. You bastards will burn for what you did. Hope what? Hope? Is that what I was supposed to feel when I saw my father decapitated by your henchmen? Hope is a cruel joke played upon us by a harsh and uncaring world. There is no hope. There's only Vanessa. Vanessa Van Cleef. Rise up, brotherhood. The dawning day is upon us. Tie them up. I kind of forgot to tie me up. Admiral, your head. Thank you, my dear. And you, mate Fumo, I will spare your life. You have done much to help our cause, albeit unwittingly, but the next time we meet it will be as enemies. Just tell me one thing, Vanessa. Why do you have the full bros killed? I had no choice, Lieutenant. They recognized me. The only people in the world who even knew I existed recognized my face from when I was an infant. I took no pleasure in the deaths. Leave nothing but ashes in your wake, brothers. Burn Sentinel Hill to the ground. Wait, Fumo, get to Stormwind. Tell King Vryn everything. Everything. Go now. Time to return to Stormwind.
Hey there.
I need to write fast. I have an important message to deliver. Okay, I could still write everywhere.
Safe travel.
Also, as you can see from this quest here, we're not gonna report to the king, but to Grand Admiral Jestereth, because the king is currently out having a bit of a midlife crisis. No, I don't really need to sit up here because I not be able to go through here, I think. Oh hey Fumo, nice to see you. How are you doing? There's so many people having quests there. I think this is mostly on the same quest.
Good day to you. See you later.
During Hallow's End, human orphanages have organized trips for their orphans to visit Alliance countryside villages. Those poor children would love to see a real warrior like yourself. Why don't you visit them? You'll find orphans at Goldshire in Elven Forest, Karanos in Dunmorog, and Azor Watch in Azor Mist. Speak to the children's ward, a costumed orphan matron, and she'll introduce you to the children.
See you around.
Walking in the middle of nowhere in pitch black. Sounds interesting. Take care not to run into any Dutch neighbors. Walking in the middle of nowhere in pitch black and keeping away from the Dutch neighbors is pretty much what happened in the Temple of Horror. Don't tell me you're in the Temple of Horror, Fumo. What have you done? Merry met, warrior. Hallow's End is a time for celebration and reflection, though many of us have forgotten why. Indeed, some aspects of a festival, like the Wicker Man, had been lost to time, until the Gilneans returned to the Alliance fold. Travel outside the gates of Stormwind and speak to Celestine of the Harvest. She can tell you more about the Wicker Man ceremony.
Have a good one.
Can't say, don't see anything. Is there a quest to finish? I think that's not really a quest to finish. Well, take care, Fumo. Although it also begs the question how you have time to watch the stream if you're walking in pitch black darkness. Oh yeah, I forgot that Turalion is currently sitting there.
Well met.
I will deploy a battalion of soldiers to Westfall at once. With the Defiers Brotherhood reborn, an old threat to the kingdom is renewed.
Safe travels.
The Defiers Brotherhood are not a force to be taken lightly, mate Fumo. What you witnessed was the birth of a ruthless organization of criminals that will stop at nothing to see Stormwind turn to rubble. I need you to return to Sentinel Hill and let Brian know that we are sending him troops. I hope it's not too late.
Be careful.
Let's see, we got a nice little swordy sword. Very little. You don't have anything to do at the moment. You're being tracked by the others, but they haven't found you yet. I see. That's also kind of a flex, like I'm so well hidden and they can't see me and find me. I covered my tracks up so good, I can just sit here and watch a stream. What does he have for me? That's the Battle of Azeroth quest. Nothing I need. This? Just a bit of walking around and doing stuff. Same kind of quest. Ooh, there's another bucket of candy, right. Why can't I take that? Does this say? This quest unique reward already exists in your inventory. Remove it to complete this quest. Ah, I need to open that. Well, that's the reason you shouldn't just stick your hand into random candy pots, or you will get tricked and turned into a... I think this is a Zergling. Can this guy dance? No, unfortunately not.
How are you? Have a good one.
Don't accept candy from stranger. Yeah, indeed. Especially if a stranger's looking like this. Also, Fumo, as you can probably guess from the Jack-o'-lanterns, the Halloween event is happening right now in World of
What can I
Warcraft.
do for you? Be careful.
Why is this griffin flying so low? Stuff is burning a bit here. Why is the griffin not landing? Did I fly to the... I guess I hit the wrong spot to fly to.
Hey there.
Good, let's get where we actually need to go. Oh, the whole environment changes when we enter this area. Sky turning orange and all.
King's honor, friend. Light bless you.
5 years of work burned to the ground in 5 minutes. Damn the Defiers. This is only the beginning, mate Fumo. We have a long, hard road ahead of us.
For the Alliance.
There's no doubt that the Defiers pose a great threat to the kingdom, but we certainly cannot enter the hideout and hope that everything will work itself out. No, an assault against the Defiers is going to take time and planning. I want you to leave the logistics to me. Our kingdom has other threats that must be dealt with immediately. Travel east through Elwyn to Redridge and report to Magistrate Solomon in Lakeshire. I will call for you when we are ready to attack the Defiers.
Go with honor, friend.
You see light moving from afar, gonna go in stealth mode. Yeah, I'll see you later, Fumo. Keep me updated how it went for you. Fly to Goldenshire.
How are you? Have a good one.
You're here to visit the children. Wonderful. They have known such heartache in their short lives. It's good that they see real heroes like you. It really lifts their spirit.
Safe travels. Hello.
Oh, and
Shelter your
See
weak
you around.
perfect moment.
Each of you shall pay the final sum. Cry for mercy.
Let's see if we can defeat the flames the headless horseman is throwing at us here. That horseman is flying around up there, by the way. That hunter pet is really annoyingly in the way.
The sky is dark. The fire burns. You strive in vain as fate's wheel turns. Tis you I
These
Tis you I spurn.
guards are just riding through here like, this does not concern us.
The town still burns. A cleansing fire. Time is short. I'll soon retire.
So many people standing around here, but only few helping.
Justice prevailed!
Ah, we lost against the fire here.
Good day to you. Safe travels.
The headless horsemen at large, the heroes of Goldshire, are always ready to form a fire brigade. You want to help? North of here, guards set up a small area to practice fighting fires. Go there and throw buckets onto the blazes. You can fill a bucket from the water barrel here or the one near the fires. Goodbye, Mate Fumo. When you're done with fire brigade practice, please visit us again.
Have a good one.
The final sum! Cry for mercy! The reckoning has come!
Oh, it started anew. That's cool. That took a lot longer in the past to restart.
Sky is dark. The fire burns. You strive in vain as fate's wheel turns.
Where's this one guy just...
Tis you I spurn. Now tis you I
With two people working together, this can actually work quite well. Can at least contain these with the help of that other guy. Just have to hope. Yeah, he can throw it till here.
A cleansing fire! Time is short! I'll soon retire!
Doesn't work if people are not working together.
Fire consumes! You've tried and failed! Let there be no doubt! Justice prevailed!
Yeah.
You need something? See you later.
Let's just do this quest real quick. Bit annoying how short the range of throwing these buckets of water is. And done.
How are you? See you around.
You're wet and smudged with soot. You must have been extinguishing fires. Well done. As an honorary member of the fire brigade, I beg you to return here if ever the village needs you.
See you later.
Alright, we did the fire brigade stuff here. There's another candy bucket. Oh, this has turned me into the spider. Cannot cast spells while in spider form. Ooh, I can still attack. And I now have my swords out. This looks weird. Can I go into a mount? No.
The bells have tolled. Shelter your weak, your young, and your old. Each of you shall pay the final sum. Cry for mercy. The reckoning has come.
I'm gonna try this one last time. Some people are not that observant. This house is actually free of fire at the moment. We can concentrate on that one. Maybe we can do this time.
I am out of range.
The sky is dark. The fire burns. You strive in vain as fate's wheel turns. My flames have died. Left not a spark.
Ah, we did it.
Send you myself to the lifeless dark.
Now we can fight him off. Although this will not give us anything.
I require a target.
For my blood to spill, yet to vanquish me, 'tis my head you must kill.
This large jack-o'-lantern rests in the middle of the village. It eyes those who look upon it, betraying a dark menace within. Smashing the pumpkin reveals an old, scorched, holy symbol.
Good day to you. Have a good one.
Oh, thank you. May the light bless your good works, kind lady. The shadow of the dark horseman yet looms, but at least for now, the village is safe from his flames.
See you around. Safe travels.
Yes, mate Fumo.
See you later.
You found this inside the headless horseman's jack-o'-lantern. It is an old symbol of the light. Must have been the horseman's before he was cursed and turned into the monster he is today. Thank you, mate Fumo. This symbol deserves to be with paladins. I will make sure they get it. Oh, and I almost forgot. You have a secret admirer. One of the children wanted you to have this. He was too shy to give it to you himself.
Have a good one.
Let's see what's in this gift. Hi, I'm not good at letters and so the matron helped me write this down for you. I just wanted to say thanks because you're a hero and maybe someday I can save people like you do. Okay, I have to go play, so thanks again for being good and strong and you're pretty too, your secret admirer. But we got a letter from our secret admirer. And I think this is a pretty good point to end the stream for today. Because it's getting quite late. And we did make some good progress in Westfall. I think we look at the Westfall. Need these ones. Now we can't really see how much we did of these because they have become warband quests. But I think we definitely did investigating the shadows and crime scene investigation. Maybe even Defias Brotherhood Reborn. So we mostly finished quests in Westfall. Which is good. So everyone have a nice day or night wherever you might be and see you tomorrow for another stream. Bye bye.